remember that day when you were just so happy? That day when everything was going so well and you were thinking so positively? That day where you could do so many things with your friends, with your family, and you were having a blast? That day. Do you remember that day? Can you remember and feel the emotions that you felt at that day, that such a positive day that was? If you can feel that, doesn't that feel good? And now, can you remember the day when you were really, really sad about something? When you were thinking more negatively and you were very worried, where you did not spend a good time with your friends, you had fights with your friends, you had family issues, and you were just thinking negatively, and you felt that you were limited, that you couldn't do anything about it? That feeling of helplessness. I know. It can feel a bit sad. But I'm here to tell you that you can definitely get rid of those feelings for good. You can get rid of that thinking, that those thoughts. You can definitely get rid of those things. And in this video, I'm gonna help you with just that. Right now, I'm outside, so I'm just shooting this intro video. So just to show you my face, just for the heck of it, and we'll go right down in it and we'll get down to the root of everything, and I'll see you right now. Okay, so we're back and we're going to talk about two concepts first before moving on to the three keys. Those two concepts are going to be very important for you to even apply those three keys for yourself and to be able to use them on a daily basis in order to have a more positive thinking and to have better days. So I'm going to talk about the first concept. The first concept being the cycle of negativity. Understanding the cycle of negativity is going to be very crucial to understand this chain of command which goes in our mind, which we have to understand. So the first thing that we have to understand about is belief. Belief, as we know it, are things which include us having a principle about a certain aspect or something that we pick up from someone else. Those are default beliefs. Beliefs can be even stereotypes, like thinking that someone is good or bad can be belief. So you have to understand our beliefs are usually leading to our thoughts. So our thoughts are shaped by our beliefs. What do we believe in? What do we don't believe in? That is the result. The thoughts are the result of our beliefs. Thoughts are the result of our beliefs. And then what happens is, because of our thinking shapes our actions or the decisions we make in our environment or in a particular situation. Our thinking usually leads us to behave or act in a particular way. So the action is usually influenced by our thoughts. If you have a negative thinking, it's understandable that you're going to take actions which are going to associate to that negative thinking, your actions of doing something perhaps. So that is linked with actions. Your actions are the result of your thoughts. Your thoughts lead to your actions, and now something that many people don't understand. Till now, it's understandable. Anyone can make sense of this. Now, something that people have to understand is that your action is gonna make a shift in your environment. And when I say environment, your immediate environment. So, your environment. Environment. Okay, so your environment is going to be affected. Now when I talk about environment, things such as people around you, your room or your house in general. People around you could be your parents, your friends, your acquaintances, anyone which is in that place, okay? And your class or your job, and also social media. When I say social media, it's not that if you think more positively, some Instagrammers are gonna, you know, delete their Instagram account. I'm not saying in that sense. When I say environment, and when I mean what I mean by social media is your acts on social media. Who do you follow? What posts do you make on your Instagram or your Facebook? Those kind of actions which are under your control, your environment which is under your control. And you have to understand that we don't give enough credit to our actions which lead to a certain outcome in our environment. Okay, so I'm not talking about things which are out of your control. Death of someone is someone you don't know is out of your control, or something happening to the prime minister or the country or this corona. All these things are out of your control. The things which are under your control and can be much affected and influenced are the people that are around, your acquaintances, your friends and your family, your physical objects which are around you. So your room, how is your room? Usually a lot of psychologists say that how a person's room is usually also predicts how the person's personality is. That is something which is said by many personality psychologists. So your room is affected by the way what you believe, what you think, and how you act. Okay, your acquaintances, your family, your friends, and also your school. So in your class, what happens within your class is also in your control based upon the actions you take. If you have a bully in your class, and actually if you're in your school, I don't think so, because of this corona everyone's like sitting their home. If you're in school, if you're going and attending classes, and if you have a bully, most of us did have a bully in our life. If you didn't, good for you. So I'm just speaking out to everyone who's watching this video as a person who's in high school or middle school or whatever it is. You're in school, and if you have a bully, your thinking is gonna affect what the way you act towards that bully. So it may be time to give it to the bully. Now that giving it action is not gonna come if you think more negatively about yourself or about whoever it is that you're thinking negatively about. If you're thinking negatively about yourself, that is the reason why you're not able to take such an action towards your bully. That's why your bully is keeping on. That is why the bully is keeping on bullying you. That is something that many people reflect upon afterwards in life, when the bully is actually gone and the bully is doing his own thing. Quite weird. So just speaking out to the people who are in school, if you have a bully issue, deal with it. And how you can deal with it, this is the way that you can deal with it. Okay, so the first concept, actually the entire concept that I'm going to talk about, is the cycle of negativity, under which there are two subparts. So we can say this is not the first concept that we are talking about. Actually, this is the concept that we're talking about. There are two subparts. Subpart 1, which is the environment, this chain of command. That's first concept. This is where most of us get it right. To do that again, yeah, this chain of command, most of us understand this chain of command: belief to thoughts, thoughts to actions, action to environment. Now something that many don't understand, and we are all guilty of it at some moment in our life. I was guilty of it for a very long time. That is why I did not take action. I did not do things which are good for me, and I just stayed stuck wherever I was. is that your environment also affects your beliefs and your thoughts. Oops. Your beliefs and your thoughts. It is this second part that you have to understand. Okay, so this is the second part that if you understand, you will be able to have a, what do you say, an awareness towards your thoughts and your beliefs. Now, understand the first concept. The first concept is very clear. You can take multiple examples for this. Okay, let's take one example. um, let's take an example of the child and the bully. Okay, now the child has a belief to be a good person, a kind person, a person who does not wish to harm others. That is his belief. That is his belief of who he is, and he is a mere follower of the regime of what the school runs. Okay, school has rules, you follow the rules, you're meant to follow the rules. That's what you do. And your belief may be that. That is an example of one of the beliefs that many children have. Then your thoughts also correlate with your beliefs. So your thoughts will be of scoring good in the school. Your thoughts could be of doing well, doing well off, making your parents proud, making your parents proud by your marks, or getting some award or medal for something, some scholarly achievement. That's many of the scholars' way of thinking. It's also the way of many of the victims' way of thinking. It might not be so nowadays, or whatever belief it may be. It can also be a negative belief. This is a positive belief actually. A negative belief could be that you are a underachiever. You do not score that well, and you believe in it because of your marks. Your marks tells you that. That's where you see the environment acts on your belief. See, that's why you think that you are a low achiever, you are a low grader, you are a probably a delinquent if you believe that. But that is not the case. That's what your environment is telling to you. Whatever the environment be, you have to understand that your beliefs should be independent from your environment. That is where you'll be able to change your environment. Okay, so some understanding this chain of command is that whatever belief that your belief was, probably before it was of being a good abider of the rules of the school, then your thoughts were according to that and your actions were according to that. And then this bully came in your life, which is your environment, which you could not control. Obviously you can't control who comes in your life, but you can control what happens after they come in your life. That's something that many people don't understand this one concept, and you will start to understand everything else. That the people who come in your life is not decided by you, and where you were born and the environment that you have as a child is not decided by you. But afterwards, when we become adults, the environment is much more under our hands than we think about. We think that the environment is again not in our hands, we can't do anything about it, and that is why we let our environment ride us away wherever the hell that our environment is taking us. We are giving all the power to our environment. Our environment is getting all the power. Now this is where the environment gets dangerous, because environment can shift our beliefs very drastically then, and we can even start thinking a bit negative way because our influence, the influence that the environment has on us. So this is what we have to break out of. We have to break this so that our beliefs can be shaped by us and only us, what we truly want to believe in. And we might even say to ourselves that we truly believe in being a low achiever, being a person who does not like school. We can say that. We can say to ourselves that I am just a regular average guy who does a 9 to 5 job. We can believe that, obviously. But that's our environment telling us that. As soon as you change your belief and you say to yourself and you act accordingly, saying that no, I am a high achiever. I do get good marks. I do have an amazing life. Whenever you say that to yourself and you don't look at your environment, and you start to focus on your belief rather than your environment, you will see that this chain of command is happening, and your environment is not no longer influencing you to do that. That is the basic concept of my three keys. Okay, so we're going to move to the three keys. Understand this concept, and once you understand this concept, you'll be better be able to apply these three keys, as I said before. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, so the key first key so first key is something that may sound simple, but yet many can't do this. Okay, so first thing is to understand where are those beliefs coming from. Are you aware of your negative beliefs? Are you aware of what is making you negative? That is the thing that you have to figure out right now. So you have to think about it, you have to challenge those beliefs. That's the first key, challenging your beliefs. If you can challenge your beliefs, through that you will be able to understand which one is actually the root cause to the way you think. Okay, don't focus on the environment right now. We just talked about the fact that your environment should not decide what your belief should be. You should decide what you truly want to believe in. You should decide, not your environment. If your environment says that you're an average person, you cannot let the environment decide that. You yourself, what do you want to believe in? Do you want to believe in having a good life and then take action towards it? Or do you want to believe that I am just an average person like everyone says that I am? Okay, do you want to believe in that, or do you want to believe that you have an amazing life? Obviously you don't want to believe that you have an amazing life. You are an amazing person, not an average person, an amazing person. You want to believe that. That is what your belief wants to be, and that is what I'm telling you, that if you apply these three keys, you can achieve just that. Okay, so your beliefs challenge your beliefs and you can definitely achieve this. Okay, so how do you challenge your belief? How? Simple. Talk to other people about your belief. If you believe that particular person is bad, in the case of the bully, if you believe that bully is bad, why is he bad? How? Ask yourself why. Why? Ask yourself why. Why do I believe that I am an average person? Why is it that you believe that you're an average person? Why do you believe that you are a negative person in the start? If you clicked on this video, you definitely believe in the fact that you are a negative person, or at least you have a person who has limitations. Why do you have to believe that you have limitations? Why? Just ask yourself right now. Why? Is it that you believe that you have negativity in you? And when you ask yourself question, you ask yourself that question as to why, then you come up with an answer almost immediately. It's just how the way the mind works. Mind gives a lot of reasons. Now you have to see what the reason is. Okay, it's very simple for the reason to be something environmental. Okay, so this is where the second key comes. Stop the actually wait, I don't know what will happen. I don't want any backlash from YouTube. Okay, stop the BS. Okay, and when I talk about BS, is basically any justifications that you came up right now after asking that question of why. If those questions justification is something relating to the environment, okay, if you say that you're a negative person because everyone else says that you're a negative person, okay, you're conforming to others' beliefs. You're not conforming to your own belief. Your belief is something that you adopted from other people. That's what we all are, a victim of. We all do this. We all adopt another person's belief of who they think we are. We don't adopt our own beliefs. That is where many people go down the route of negativity. Why do you think you are negative in the first place? Because you think that your environment should justify your thinking negatively. Your environment should justify that you are a negative person. This is where your belief has gone wrong. This is where you understand that this is a negative belief. You are not negative. That should be your belief, and you will automatically don't you'll not think about that, and you don't think about that, you'll not act like that, and in your environment won't respond like that. It's as simple as that. If a bully says to you that you're a wimp, then you're gonna adopt that eventually through him saying it multiple times, and you will think more like a wimp, and you will act more like a wimp, and your environment says that you are a wimp, and you will be justifying your thought that you're a wimp. You don't want to do that, obviously. So this is where we cut the environment. By doing this, we are cutting the environment. Okay, do this and you will cut the environment instantaneously. Anything which justifies your position environmentally, or self-directed justification, if you say that you are negative, if you believe that you're negative, and you ask yourself, why do I think that I'm negative, and you come up with a justification that other people say that I'm negative, that's why I believe that I am negative. If you come up with that kind of a justification, understand that this is BS, this is bullshit. Okay, that is where you have to cut that crap. Okay, you have to understand that's not a justification, you're just adopting other people's belief. This is the second key, but don't stop at the second key, because adopting a belief and not doing anything towards that negative belief will keep your environment the same, and you will think that my video is a bunch of crap, that changing my belief would lead to something, but did not happen. Obviously it did not happen because you did not adopt the third key, which is very important. It's always said that set the intention and do something about it. Forget about it and then do something about it. That's said a lot in law of manifestation and everything. But here it's straight and simple. If you have changed that belief, you have to act according to that belief that you have changed. Okay, so acting towards that is going to be very important. Okay, once you have stopped the BS, third is going to be to adopt a positive belief and to replace that negative belief. Positive belief. Okay, understand this. Once you understand this, it will all be clear. Everything will just make sense. Okay, so this is the solution. That was the cause, this is the solution. The three keys are the solution. Once you stop the BS, that is where that belief is no longer gonna affect you. It's no longer gonna affect your emotions. Okay, that belief is gone. We have derooted that belief. Now we have to place a positive belief in place of that negative belief, to completely remove that negative belief, so you can remove those negative thoughts, and you'll start to not seek those negative thoughts less and less. It is also a tendency that many of us have, is that we try to seek a negative scenario, we try to seek negativity. You know why that is there? Because we are so used to this cycle, that we are so used to the fact that we need a justification of our thoughts to think negatively, that we look each and every corner of the environment to find that negativity. That is something that you have to be honest about yourself. Okay, all this will work if you don't obsess over negativity, if you adopt a positive belief and don't actively seek negativity. Because if you actively seek negativity even after this, what's going to happen is that you're going to naturally think more negatively because you believe that negative things happen to you. This accusatory tone that negative things happen to you, that's why you believe in that kind of a thing. Stop doing that. If you do that, you're going to automatically seek negativity, and that is where these things, these keys will not work. Okay, so understand that you don't have to seek negativity. You have to just follow this method and not pay too much attention to your environment. Okay, just follow this positive belief. You will automatically see your thoughts change and your actions change and your environment changes eventually. Now, for adopting this positive belief, how do you adopt positive belief? How? Well, self-talk. You know beneficial how benefiting self-talk is. In any case, if a person negatively self-talks, the person is setting himself or herself up for failure. You know why? Because negative self-talk will bring down your mood. Negative self-talk will bring down your likelihood of feeling positive or thinking positive. That is where self-talk is so important. When you actually positively talk to yourself, you go to the mirror and just talk to yourself and say to yourself that you are an amazing person. That is a key to stopping negativity towards yourself. If you have negativity towards yourself, you just have to say that you're an awesome person. So you have to just say to yourself positive things. Okay, that is how you change this. Say to yourself positive things. If you believe a certain thing, to adopt a belief which is opposite to that negative belief is the way to go. And then after you have planned to adopt that positive belief, how do you adopt it? You say to that you say that belief to yourself. I believe in this and this. I believe in this and this. I am this and this. And you say to yourself this for at least 3 to 4 times on a daily basis. Whenever you are feeling negative, or whenever you feel that you are falling into that negativity, you have to say to yourself this. And it is very important that you say to yourself this, and you look at yourself and you say to yourself this. This also positively increases your confidence and your self-esteem. These are all scientific based. Psychologists have literally studied this and literally came up with this. This is not something that, just people just come up with. Okay, this is based on science and spirituality. Okay, many people say and talk about ego being our body, our mind, and going beyond the ego would be to follow your intuition and to let go. Many people spiritually talk about letting go limiting beliefs, and they do it through meditation, they do it through mindfulness. I rather have a more scientific approach to things. I also have spiritual approach to things. This is where I actually combine both the concepts together. Okay, so not to increase this video's length any further, I'm gonna briefly again show you the three keys. Okay, first key, challenge your belief. Okay, challenge your belief, ask yourself why, and talk to other people as well in regards to that belief. And if other people believe in that, understand that that's your environment. You have to avoid that. Okay, ask yourself why and talk to people who are more reasonable, or people who see things in a different sense. That is where you have hit gold. If a person sees things in a different way than you do, and they don't say yes to your thing, you want to ask them and you want to understand it more as to why they think in that way. Talk to those kind of people and ask yourself continually why. Come up with justification. If it's environment based, what you have to do is that you have to stop the BS. The BS is anything which is related to environment. If your parents say that you're a negative person or you're a lazy person, don't believe them. Okay, just say to yourself that they say that a lazy person does not mean that I have to believe that I'm a lazy person. You don't have to conform to the environment. Never conform to the environment. Make your own beliefs, make your own path. Do this and you can be whatever the hell you want to be. You can be the most positive person, you can be the most extroverted person, you can have everything, but things are not always easy. I have to say that as well. Adopting this positive belief is gonna be very, very, very easy. Okay, it's gonna be very, very easy. But the only way it's gonna be easy is if you show consistency. Okay, consistency is key. If you don't show consistency, you will not be able to get the result that I'm talking about. If you do it daily and if you make it a habit, you will obviously see those changes happening, and you will be much better. You will be much better in mind, and your environment will feel so much better, and you will just feel this atmosphere of positivity, because you have become a person who promotes positivity, and there is positivity wherever you go. Okay, negativity follows the person who thinks negatively, because their actions lead to more negativity. A positive person, wherever he goes, positivity follows him or her. The reason why that is because he takes action which are positive, which lead to more positivity. Okay, so I leave you at this note. Okay, hope that all of this was very helpful to you, and that you use these methods carefully, and you use these methods while being completely aware of what you're doing. And these three keys will definitely change your life, and will change the way that you think. Okay, so if you want to defeat negativity, you want to defeat limiting beliefs, both those things you can do very easily. Just follow this, and I'm telling you, things will change. Okay, so I'll see you later. Subscribe to the channel if you're liking these videos so far, and I've also given my Facebook account in the link as a link in the description below. Okay, so go see that, and just follow these steps and remember what I said. If you don't remember what I said, you can come back to this video and watch it again, and leave a like on the video. Okay, if you can, let's keep the like score at somewhere around what, 10 to 10 100. I don't know about that 10 100, but a 10 likes would be really awesome, because it really helps the YouTube algorithm and the video gets more circulated. You should know this, many YouTubers mention this, so I should really not increase this length of this video any longer. Okay, revisit it whenever you want, and if you need some advice on anything on applying these three keys, you can just message me on my Facebook account, and I'll reach back to you as soon as possible. Okay, have a good day. Hope that you have as many positive days as you can have. Okay, see you later, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.